This is some info when it comes to the Rookie Premier release date, how many coins the sets may cost, and what's actually going into these sets. Let me give you guys some wisdom. Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 26 Ultimate Team video. Before we get this one started, your boy is back from Iceland. We took a trip to the middle of nowhere and saw some pretty cool stuff. I'll pop it up on the screen. Some waterfalls. I was in a glacier. I was at the top of a mountain. All I'm going to say, we were bagging steps before Madden 27 comes because, man, oh man, I was putting up some generational numbers on the step count. Okay, now let's talk Rookie Premiers. When are they coming in this game? That's the first thing we really need to know. As you guys can see on the screen, the content schedule for this week is somewhat vanilla. It includes fan appreciation, and there is no sign of Rookie Premiers, so my theory is kind of true. Now, what is my theory? Well, I think season number 10 in this game, which is coming out in a week, is kind of going to be like the Rookie Premier season. I think the first program they will release will be Rookie Premiers. If we look back at the past year of Madden, and even the year before that, EA went through and released fan appreciation, and right after FAP, they dropped RPs. Now, of course, in past years, they didn't give a new season when it comes to Rookie Premiers, but as you guys can see, season 9 is ending in 7 days, so that's going to be next Wednesday, and I would suspect next Thursday we'll get Rookie Premier in this game. Now, important to note, or what I think is cool to note, the past few years, EA's gone through and they've released something called Red Zone Royale as a program that's used sort of in place of Rookie Premiers, or like part of them. And with Red Zone Royale in the game last year, there were no Rookie Premier packs. There wasn't like a specific Rookie Premier player. It was like do Red Zone Royale sets and get an RP in Madden 26. But as you guys can see, Mutt Leaks went through and revealed there will be Rookie Premier packs. So what I think is likely a Rookie Premier program, which I like more than Red Zone Royale, and that should be coming out in about 7 or 9 days, either at the start of Season 10 or the first Thursday after Season 10 starts, so one day after Season 10. Now, what can we do to prepare for that, and are RPs even worth it? Well, I'm going to say this. First of all, Rookie Premiers, I think they're definitely worth it. As you guys will see, Emeka Buka, I remember using that card like it was yesterday. He was phenomenal. Xavier Watts was really, really good. Now, probably the more important question, how many coins are they going to cost, and is there anything to do right now in this game? Well, I took a look at Madden 25 off camera, and it looks like there's one position group you can go through and invest in Madden 26 to get a head start with RPs before they release. It is a little risky, but let me explain. Now, first things first, if you wanted to get a Rookie Premier in Madden 25, there were two different ways of doing so. Number one, there was a free RP you could earn by doing the Rookie Premier Field Pass and by playing Rookie Premier solos. I cannot lie, these took at least a few releases in this game. As you guys are going to see right here, there were Rookie Premier set tokens you earned. Those set tokens then went in to end up getting a free Red Zone Royale player. Red Zone Royale and Rookie Premier, those are terms that can kind of be used as the same, because for doing Red Zone Royale sets, you got Rookie Premier cards in the following game. So yes, there was one free one, but the way of going through and spending coins to get RPs required putting in 4 Red Zone Royale 99 overall players for a set that is no longer in the game right now. They pulled it from the game, but it did require putting in 4 Red Zone Royale 99s. Obviously, these players, I mean, you could buy them on the auction block right now. They're not selling for anything crazy, but back in the day, those cards were selling at about 1 million coins, which means it took you about 4 million coins to get the sets completed. I think that number is going to be higher though in Madden 26. The reason I say that is because people just have more coins in Madden 26 than they did in Madden 25. If I had to put a number on it, because there's just more coin supply in the auction block, I'm going to say about 5 million coins per RP. That's a big number, but it just feels like it makes sense. It was 4 million Madden 25 when people had less coins. Now people have more coins. That price is going to go up. Now, how can we potentially prepare for Rookie Premiers in this game? There's really just one way of doing so. If we take a look right here at the Red Zone Royale sets in Madden 25, the only position, the only player you could get that was not a Red Zone Royale player to help you was a base 95. And if I remember last year, actually building the 97 overall players by getting 95s was the cheapest way of doing Rookie Premiers in this game. As you guys are going to see, for every other RP set, for every other Red Zone Royale set, you had to go through and put in specific Red Zone Royale players, which means right now in Madden 26, we can't prepare for that. We can't buy Rookie Premier cards when they're not in the game, but the cards that you could buy were base 95s. And what's kind of a nice kicker right now is that the 95 overall players in Madden 26, they're not some of the most expensive cards in the auction block. As a matter of fact, they're some of the cheapest cards in the auction block, selling at a 0.48 coin per training point ratio. It's not like the 96 overall players or the 98 overall players that are a little bit more expensive due to the sets they go into. It's a nice overall grouping right now that had a lot of value in Madden 25 and could potentially be worth investing in before RPs release in this game. Now, what section of people should be going through and buying 95s and who should hold off? Now, if you're in a spot where you got plenty of coins, like for me, I think I'm in a good spot. I'm at 14 or 15 mil. I don't think I'm going to be stressed to get these RPs done in this game. I don't need to take the risk of buying 95 overall players, but if you're in a situation where your coin count's a little bit lower, I mean, it could be worth maybe taking the risk, doing that investing right now, getting the 95 overall players. That way, when RPs release in Madden 26, you're sort of taking a gamble, you're sort of taking a risk, but you could have been in a situation where if you're chilling right now at 2 million coins, I hate to say it, you're probably not getting a rookie premier done in this game. If you want to take that risk, you can maybe invest in 95s right now while they're cheap, potentially either make coin or just have that value to eventually get your RP sets done next week. So if you want to invest in something, that's the thing to do. Now, I will say this as well, a little strategy you can use when it comes to RPs is have a little patience. Like if you're watching this video right now and you don't have a lot of coins, I probably wouldn't be going through and buying rookie premieres on day one when they release in this game, trying to do those sets. Instead, I would have a little bit more patience because as time goes on and as people get their rookie premieres done, there's just going to be less demand for cards in the market. There's less demand for whatever cards go into the RP sets. So you can have a little bit of patience that way, in the sense that let people go through and overpay on day one, day two, day three, and after week one, week two, that's a nice range to be buying RPs. I would suspect the rookie premier program is going to be between 2 to 4 releases. If I had to put a number, probably 3, just because we're at a point in the year where there's not really much other content releasing in this game. Also, I tweeted this out over on Twitter. Can we just give a little shout out to EA for the card art improvements from Madden 25 to Madden 26? Like, look at the card arts I'm looking on the screen right here. These are not nice at all. When you look at a card like Jalen Waddle and it covers off half the border, brother, they look brutal. I mean, when you're not looking at the cards, they look a little bit better. Like when you're not clicked onto the card, it looks a little bit better. But bro, like the card art in Madden 26, just a huge upgrade. So TLDR, most important things to note, RPs are either going to be the entire Season 10 or release on the following Thursday after Season 10 drops. So in 8 days from now, I would suspect there'll be one free one that will be a grind but will be helpful, and then 2 that you can go through and spend coins on. Likely about 5 million coins, 5.5 mil per RP. If they're anything less than 4, I'll be pretty surprised. And then finally, if you want to take a risk, you don't have a lot of coins right now, you can invest in 95 overall players. They could help you when the program releases. We'll have to see. I want to say the past 2 years, 95s have been beneficial. But again, the last 2 years it was Red Zone Real. This time, I think it's going to be the entire Rookie Premier program. Stay up to date. I will let you guys know when RPs drop and, of course, what to do when they release. And if you guys enjoyed, drop a like down below. Excited to be back. Setup's looking good. If you guys have any suggestions for what I should get, let me know. We got a little goat from Iceland right there on the setup. Got a little Colts, like piggy bank up there as well. We're making moves. Until next time, I'm out. Love y'all. You guys are the best, man. See ya. Peace. Also, gentlemen, I'm giving away a couple MVP memberships over on my Twitter page. It is at SwiftYouTube_. Just retweet my pin tweet. It's pretty simple. You're entered. If you want a second chance at winning, put in the promo code SWIFT on Underdog, and I'm doing a separate draw for new code SWIFT users from now until probably 2 to 3 weeks from now. I'm suspecting there'll only be about 20 to 30 people that are entered. So if you want a pretty good chance at winning, put in code SWIFT, make one pick. If you've been thinking about it, now's a pretty great time with that bonus I'm doing. But if you just retweet my tweet, you're also entered to win a copy for yourself.